Good morning. Today we are looking at China Recycling Energy Corporation, or CREG. It is about 2 times the average volume, about 30 minutes into the daily bell. Right now it's pushing over $8, trying to find its resistance. The EMAs are all aligned. And our first alert looks like under $6 right here. But as you can tell, it is still climbing. It is still trying to find its first resistance spot. And we are also going to be looking at ONP, Orient Paper Incorporated. Although there's less volume here, we'll see which plays the best one. All right, looks like we got a little bit of a halt going on for CREG here. It rocketed past 8, pushed all the way to 940. I don't know, probably 2 minutes. Very volatile. Our 50 EMA is at 635. Got an alert for under 650, but I'm not sure how long this is going to be halted for. And this is definitely a junk stock. Don't get me wrong, there is no value in this stock. It is moving on pretty much nothing. But yeah, we'll let you know when it's unhalted. And as far as ONP is, it is still picking up volume. Looks like the 50 EMA is right under 157. We're going to have an alert for under 160. I was just tracking the 200 and 250 EMA. It looks like they're just about to cross, which is a good sign. So we're going to go ahead and switch that to the 100. And yeah, I mean, if CREG stays halted, everyone's going to jump onto this thing. And not as much volatility, but we'll see if we can't play this one as well. All right, it unhalted a few minutes later. He looks like it dropped all the way down to 778, 776. It doesn't look like too much of a panic sell-off, but there is always a bit of a sell-off when it halts on an uptrend. But we're still going to be able to play this one. And yeah, gotta count on volatility here to bring us under 660. It looks like that would be our first buy-in target. Update you in a few. All right, ONP took a nice dip here into the 50 EMA. We were able to get some at 174. First sell target looks to be a little over 190 or into high 180s. This thing's at about 8 times the average volume. And although it is taking a bigger dip than our average here, I think we will be able to pop over 174 shortly. And yeah, we'll just work on it. On the average, next buy-in target is about 150. See if we can't get there or not. As far as CREG goes, it is actually took a nice big red candle, and it was going to drop under the 50. Unfortunately, it is halted again, which is probably a sign that it will drop well below it, and we're just going to keep an eye on it. I really don't like trading stocks that are halted, but it is where the volatility is at today, and we'll see what happens when it becomes unhalted. All right, we got our bounce from ONP from our 174 average. We have a tight stop loss at 175. It went all the way to 185. We'll see if we can't go a little higher than that, but yeah, all we can do is just see how high it rises at this point. but it's looking good so far. And as far as CREG goes, as you can see, unhalted right here, dropped all the way down to 650s, but in that same candle, it rocketed back up to almost 7. And that was our in right there. We missed that buy because we were busy with ONP, and that drop lasted just seconds. It's so volatile that it nearly jumped $1 in 2 minutes. So yeah, we'll see if we can't get CREG lower than that, but looks like the volume is slowly dying off down here. That was one hell of a run, though. I'll keep an alert for, I'm just going to go ahead and say under 650, see if we can get a lower average than that. And unfortunately, we were stopped out at 175 for ONP right there on that candle. But we have an alert for anything under 170, and it gives us a chance to work a better average here. It's unfortunate that it took us out, but that's what stops are there for, to keep you safe and to keep profits on the green side of things. Alright, we got a nice dip on CREG. Had an alert for under 7 actually, and we got it at 687. And it is pumping up now to 721. And this thing is volatile as all hell, so we're going to go ahead and just sell off quickly and frequently. Apologize for the pause. I'm setting up stop losses right now. If it goes under 7, that'll be my next stop loss, but right now it's at 730, and this thing's extremely volatile. But that was a good dip buy. It looks like that second dip was our key buy-in point. Let's hopefully rocket past this and do some sort of a amazing run here. And as far as ONP goes, it dipped right to back to where it first bounced off of, but the volume is really dying off. It seems like most of the volume is in CREG right now. Really not sure if I want to buy into this one again. Doesn't have much upside considering the 50, the 100, the 250 are kind of close to each other. I wish it had more volume. It'd be starting to really move then, but see, as you can see, it's already dropped below the 100 EMA. And if I were going to play this, it'd be small positions, scalps, really quick stop losses. I'll make up my mind in a few minutes here, but it's hard to not pay attention to CREG. Alright, well, even though there is still money to be made on this stock, I'm going to go ahead and not trade this one anymore. It seems like the 50 EMAs locking down as the resistance, and kind of seems like it's curling downwards. Yeah, not looking good so far for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and say this was the quick scalp that we took advantage of. But volume is pretty much non-existent at this point, and without volume, there's no way that price will be able to move up. And as far as CREG goes, we were able to get it from 687 and sold into the 730 range, which is a decent gain. We knew we wanted to be in and out very quickly on this one, and with tight stop losses, considering the volatility on this is it's crazy. It's 15 cents, 10 cents, the spread on the ask bid. And as you can see, it is going down a big red candle here. We have an alert for under 650. We might need to wait for the next level of dip to access this thing. Plus 725 is acting like a pretty strong resistance. And although there is money to be made at this range, that's pretty risky at this point. You like the first initial drop, but after the first couple drops, it loses its bounce. So yeah, we're just gonna set it at 650, just a little under the 100 EMA, and see if we can't get that big dip. That was a pretty strong red candle right there as well. Boom, and as you can see, it dropped well below the 100 EMA at 650, and it is actually halted right here. We were just about to buy in at 623, and it got halted, which on a down red candle didn't look like there was a lot of buying pressure. So I'm thinking this thing takes another dip. This might be a sign that this is a little too volatile for us. I don't really like playing these kinds of stocks later in the day. The best time is early in the morning. As I was saying, yeah, I don't really like playing these stocks too late in the day. And although it's still a couple hours, 1.5 hours before lunch, it is Friday at the end of the week, and this was nothing but a pump and dump, so the bears might hop on here. And another sign is ONP, which was another volume leader, getting absolutely no bull love at this point. Like I said, I didn't want to play it, and I made the right choice. It's nice to watch CREG just to observe this, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a day here. We had a good amount of profit actually today in just a few seconds, so we'll take our green and we'll wait until next week. Happy Veterans Day, and we'll be back next week for better plays. That is our mission, is consistent performance. So far this week we had all green days, which was a good momentum into the weekend. All right, see you next time.